Yeah, what's going on? So, Authentic Glow Coaching presents, okay, the Confidence Catalyst. Okay, now, what I want to do for this particular type of moment, okay, is about confidence, taking inventory of what is going on with your confidence. Okay, what's happening? Is your hair brighter? Are you stronger? Are you coming out weaker? Are you looking crazier? Like, these are reflections of what your confidence level is. So when you take inventory of where your confidence level is at, dealing with that particular point in time, okay, you can see things a little more clearly. Now, when you are unsure, you don't know your next meal or your move is finna I don't know, catapult you to greatness or take you to the depths of despair. Okay, but take inventory of that. When you get there, okay, and you notice where you are, what are you feeling? Does that feel like you made the right choice? And truth be told, if you're glowing, you probably have. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. And if you feel miserable or sad or doubt or fearful or regret or redundant, or like you've compromised some of your greatest strengths or anything of that nature, then probably not. You probably realize that your confidence is lacking in certain areas and you regret making the decisions that you did. That is what led to a certain lack of confidence. Or maybe you have been trying to sharpen your mind. Maybe my book girlies have maybe set a goal for a certain number that they wanted to hit. Maybe they did hit it, so that has sharpened your confidence. Maybe you chose to have a year of strictly whispering, and this has impacted the way that you lived, so that certain behavior has caused your confidence to kind of sort of feel as though I'm able to do this one thing, so because I did this, I realize now that I had less time to really feel like I'm in constant arguments because I've chose to practice a more positive form of behavior. Therefore, that has enhanced the way that I think about things, thus making our confidence soar. Less arguments meant I was able to focus on goals more. Now, that is how you go into, I like to call it hush and hustle. When you are constantly talking or constantly, speaking ills or things that are not truths, you are not in hustle mode. You're in, I just want to speak because I like hearing what it is that I say speak. And that is, a lower form of confidence, truthfully. And again, that's not where you want to be. So try not to be like that. And if you find that this is you, you clearly took in a wrong turn somewhere. And that is so sad that, there's literally wrong turn 1, wrong turn 2. And trust, we've had those DVDs through and through. Like, I get it. If you've been there, I've done it too. Okay, I get you. And there's like wrong turn 3, 4, 5. Like, there's just literally so many of them. But you know what? It's only one you. There's literally only one you. And there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different movies. Like, come on, bro. So again, when we taking the time out to really figure out what is going on with our confidence. I really want us to have a small little checklist and just take a plain sheet of paper, split it down the middle. On one side, put things that I like to have in confidence, things that I realize in a character that I wish to improve upon as confidence. Okay, and just try your best to stick to some of those things. Like if you're taking a list down the middle and you're working on the things that I wish to have as confidence, I don't even care if it's appearances. If it's something that's going on with your hair, if you want to appear a certain way, that's going to boost your confidence, a certain pair of shoes, a certain handbag, a certain type of luxury. Myself, I just realized now that I really admire being able to pay bills and staying out of debt. Right now our credit score is 470. At the lowest, it's been 380 something at the very lowest. At the very highest, it's been maybe I want to say 647 something, maybe that way. You know what I mean? 720 or something. Like it's very simple minded. But as I battle the debts and realize that, like even now, when I think about the debts for going to school and having a degree, that's $45,000. And then I see the people who come across, and I was watching Fatal Attraction the other night. It comes on every Monday at 9 o'clock for my people who are wanting to do that too. So if you know, you know. But there you go. And I'm going to, kind of sort of have to kind of sort of comprehend that going into your dreams and things like that is really about what is it that you want to manifest. You want a better life for your family. You want a better life for how you envision your future self. And you go into wanting to have this particular type of energy about the things that you want. And that's cool. It's really nothing wrong with that. And as you build your confidence to pay things off, like, you see the kids on Dave Ramsey, and they're clearly in that moment of really feeling like, they have bungled down. They kind of sort of are really paying off the house, the cars, the student loans, and they're just knocking it out. And then you have other people who are just struggling so hard. I say that again as reference to Fatal Attraction, the previous episode on Monday. The gentleman who was guilty of actually harming another female that was perceived as some kind of threat, competition, or something of that nature. She was in one of the particular type of same employments as this young guy was, and he was a doctor. So I don't believe that the young lady had as much education as he did, and yet and still, we behaved the way that we chose to. That's just really sad. You're really high up, and you just had an immense amount of pressure, necessarily, so to speak, to get all of that up off of you, and you just crumble. You just succumb to the wills and pressures of life and folded, as we say. And now when we are really like, oh, wow, this is all that I did. Yeah, but that is definitely a way to figure out, okay, what is going on with myself? Because if you stop and you use your confidence tracker and you split it out in the middle, figure out, wow, why am I allowing my confidence to be rooted into another person that in the end I'm only going to harm? And then you have to really take inventory of that and hush and hustle in order to fix that issue. And then on top of that, when you really want a certain handbag, let's say you did put a handbag on that particular side of what it is that you wish to have in order to enhance your confidence. It's a handbag, a certain color. Cool. For myself, I'll go on Shein and I'll look at the colors that I feel in handbags that complement an item that I already own. So no, I'm not necessarily going back out to get something else and then go ahead and buy that one to match it. It's like, no. Okay, what is it that I have in my closet that I really like to wear? But I'll put it in, it's a naked wardrobe, little dress. Y'all probably seen it before. And it's green. And I got it from Nordstrom when I was working there. But it was like heavily kind of sort of makeup and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh wow, it doesn't really look pristine as it could have without these particular type of flaws on it. So maybe we need to just go ahead on and discount it just a little bit. So that's what we gonna do. And so I never did really want to just get rid of it. It was a beautiful garment, so I just kept the garment until I was ready. And I've worn it so far with gray shoes. I wore it, and then I also have worn it a little more recently with black pieces, which y'all have probably seen that too. And now I want to wear it with pink pieces, but I don't have anything pink. So my confidence is either going to tell me that, I want this, but am I good enough to get the item that I want, to have that experience that I'm seeking after? And it's a confidence thing. It's internal. That particular type of energy is inward. You know what I mean? If I'm going to wear this outfit out and about, that's external. I finally have attracted it. And when I finally get to step out and have those moments, I'm not sure where I'm going to land. You know what I mean? Like, people can say that, it was here, it was great, and I was there, but I'm not sure. I wanted to go to a cafe. I wanted to record some content. I want to take myself to the movies, but ultimately, I know that I want to be in that outfit while I do it. And this is not even that outfit, but the colors that is a part of that particular outfit's ensemble. Now, now what does that mean if I just went out to buy a green dress and then just went ahead and got a piece of other pieces from Shein that is also pink that complements the green that I already just went out and bought? Well, what comes to mind when you think about confidence when you deal with things like this, which again, this is the ultimate confidence catalyst, because when I think about the advice that people share, people who really help you, they know certain answers, and I'm going to give this one to you. So write this down. This is a nugget. So what they say is that before you go out and buy anything else, check your closet first. Is there something in your closet that you can use and utilize that is the same thing that you're looking to go out to buy? And if the answer is yes, because sometimes you may find that this is true, and when you have listened to their advice and you are in your closet and you actually did see something that's exact same replica as what you were getting ready to go out and buy, and you stop yourself from buying that one as an impulse and just work with what it is that you found, okay, that creates a moment where you get a really deep breather, a really deep breath. Refreshing deep breaths are. So you're like, cool. So now, I took care of the garment the best that I could. I also was able to listen to the one lady, and I actually, helped my pocket by doing so. All right, cool. Now I'm at a win-win. Okay, great. I took care of it best I could. I listened to the lady. I helped my pocket. Okay, now I'm at a win-win-win. Now we at 3. And, I say that to say that it's really about having the confidence enough to do those things. Not outside. It's because, when we lean towards outside pressures, okay, I got a green one. Well, I need another green one too. Why? When people do that, that lets you know right away that, wow, okay, you need another one, but you ain't even did this one yet. Or, how people can kind of sort of want to take up so much space and so much room, and so they'll lie. And then when you are lied to, we all know how much we detest lies, and yet and still it's treated as though it's a norm, and you have to understand that that's the way of the world. But again, what does Jesus say? Be not of the world, for I have overcome the world. And that just goes to that particular type of testament. I have another type of little compact mirror in here. Heard the girl, I want to say Chloe Summer, and if you know, she's an influencer and things of that nature. And so we're talking about having compact mirrors just to check out your ensemble or things of that nature, an impromptu moment. Okay, and so I had one. I bought it off Groupon. I really loved it, and my idiosyncrasies, okay, I let my daughter play with it. Our daughter had it for a second, broke it, bent it, and took the batteries out, slobbed all over it. So it's just her toy now, okay. But I went through Influencer, And if you know, you know, if you influencing and you enjoy that type of idea, you have a great following, I encourage you all to check it out and get your free products. And so I got shipped a free product. It was a Lancome highlighter. I got the highlighter, and it's also a palm type of little palette. I had a previous highlighter as well that I actually thought that I was going to keep and use it as a compact mirror too as well. But unfortunately, I got rid of that one as well. So when this one came, I actually had hung on to this particular item. And in the end, it's been a perfect compact mirror. I just simply cleaned it really good. I put the rest of the highlighter inside of a different tube that I've been having for my little makeup, and I just take it out and reuse the highlighter whenever I want from that particular tube. And I keep the little compact mirror in the side pouch of my pocketbook, so that when I'm looking to look at my own reflection in the mirror, I know where that particular item is, and I just simply pull out my little compact mirror, and I will do what's necessary from that particular point and moment forward in time. Now, again, did I rush back out to go and get something else when I already have one here? I was looking for a certain color palette. Did I go to the next drugstore? Did I go back on Groupon? No. Did you have to tell lies to get to certain effects that you wanted? No. Okay. Did I have to just run around and follow everybody else around because that's what somebody else is doing? No. You know, did I have to listen to a piece of advice that was sound? No, but I did it anyway. But I chose to have done so anyway. Now, by choosing to be able to listen to others that are really sound in the way that they give their advisory type of correspondences, that's cool. But to figure out to go and buy all these other things and then kind of sort of have a moment to follow that instances and things of that nature when it comes to dealing with your financial issues, especially the last ones we were speaking about anyway, with confidence and financial resources, you also will understand that some of the ones who are telling the lies in order to get the things that they're looking for are also a little less likely to really put you on the way that the other entities who really know as the soundness is about necessarily, so to speak, a little bit more in harmony with confidence in that particular light. And you have to be able to kind of sort of realize that is what the confidence catalyst is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're going to have those moments by doing those things to please others when they're really kind of sort of mean or lack confidence. So eventually, if you continue to do those things, you'll find that you also will lack confidence as well. And again, that's not really ultimately what is appropriate when you're scaling your businesses. Okay? All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will talk to you all again soon. And visit our website for more. Bye-bye.